So welcome friends, we will have an interesting concept to be discussed in this video. Different seasons that we come across like summer, winter, spring, autumn, etc. Every season has got its own positives as well as negatives. The one season that is concerned with this video is winter. So first, what are the positive experiences that we have in winter? We have a very pleasant climate. We don't sweat a lot, right? Unnecessarily during our working time. We could see the pleasant fog during morning times, the breathtaking sunrise. Many pleasant experiences during winter days, but most of us would have experienced an increased urine output, especially during night where the temperature is going to be minimal. Right? Most of us would have been even worried regarding this phenomenon. But friends, we have a very interesting phenomenon as a reason behind an increased urine output during winter days. Right? What is that? Let's get into the discussion. Friends, for us to understand this phenomenon, we need to know some basic biology. I hope I make everyone comfortable with the required concept, right? So we all know that we have got some glands called as endocrine glands. So most of us would be aware of pancreas, thyroid, etc. So we have some glands that is known for its hormonal secretion. So this picture will give you, the different endocrine glands present, say for example pituitary here, thyroid gland here, adrenal, testes in case of male, ovary in case of female, pancreas, thymus, pineal. The point is there are many endocrine glands located at different anatomical positions in the body which secretes various hormones, right? And each and every hormone has got a physiological effect that makes us to work or function, right? So in this, I am interested in knowing some details regarding pituitary gland, which is located towards the brain. Hypothalamus, we have a structure called as hypothalamus. Near to the hypothalamus or at the base of hypothalamus, we have this gland called as pituitary. You could see that you have got two lobes. This picture, you can see that it has two lobes. One is the anterior, the other one is posterior. Each are capable of secreting its own hormone, and that in turn, regulates the other endocrine gland. Hence, this is called as a master's gland. You can see some act on thyroid, some act on adrenal, some act on testes, ovary, growth. So we have different endocrine glands which is controlled by the pituitary gland. Hence, it is called as a master's gland, right? So in this, I am interested in this secretion of this posterior pituitary, which has got two hormones. One is the oxytocin, other one is the vasopressin. So I am interested in that, in vasopressin, which act on kidney, right? This is my idea here, right? So hope things are clear till this point. So let's get into the vasopressin. So vasopressin is basically produced in hypothalamus. It's basically produced in hypothalamus, and it is released at posterior pituitary that we have seen in the previous slide. So once vasopressin is secreted, what is its role? It has got two roles. One is the water reabsorption, other one is increase in hypertension, that is the blood pressure, right? And one in this two phenomenon, one important phenomenon is increase in water reabsorption, which happens at kidney, right? So our discussion, that is the increased urine output, is related to this particular condition, that is the function, that is the water reabsorption at kidney. So for which we have to know very basic aspect of kidney, which I will show you here. So this is a kidney. Hope everyone would have an idea of a structure of kidney, and you see that this kidney is made up of the structure which is represented here, which is called as the nephron. Which is called as nephron. As brain is made up of neuron, kidneys are made up of nephron, right? So let's not get into too much of biology, right? My point is the nephron with which the kidney is made of filters the blood or purifies the blood, and the purified the waste See, blood has got both useful as well as the useless material. So the nephron or the kidney retains the useful material and sends out the waste material as urine. So this is basically urine, right? So the nephron does this by two mechanisms. One is the glomerular filtration, other one is the tubular reabsorption. So with this, what happens? The waste that is formed from blood comes through these structures, tubules, etc. and finally with good amount of water, the waste, right, this is what is called as a collecting duct. The one center thing which I am highlighting here is what is called as the collecting duct. So the water comes out through the collecting duct and it is sent out of the kidney as urine, right? Hope you get this point, right? Now, what happens is, especially in the collecting duct, you do have some channels, like I could see this as channel, which is called as an aquaporin. What is it called as? Aquaporin. I write it here. It is called as aquaporin, through which what happens? Whatever water that passes through the collecting duct is brought back to the body or the blood. What happens here? The urine output due to this phenomenon, that is the aquaporin mediated water reabsorption. What do you think? The urine output will increase or decrease or remain same? The urine output should decrease. Say for example, if V is the volume of urine, okay, the fluid that comes out of the collecting duct and gets out of the kidney as urine, and in case of through this aquaporin, if half, that is V by 2 of the water is got back to the body, then the urine output will not be V, but it will be V by 2. The half has already got absorbed. So thereby, this is going to concentrate the urine or it is going to decrease the urine output, right? That's the reason why this hormone is called as an anti-diuretic hormone. Why? Because diuresis means increased urine output. So this is against the, this is going to reduce the urine output. Hence it is called as against diuretic, increased urine output. So hence it is called as an anti-diuretic hormone. So this is basically the function of this particular hormone, right? Friends, this aquaporin through which the water is reabsorbed is under the control of vasopressin. So eventually, as we open the lock, okay, with a key, this aquaporin will open only in presence of vasopressin. In case if vasopressin is not there, these, the fluid will get out without any reabsorption of water. Thereby, the urine is getting diluted. Right? I hope I'm not confusing you. Okay, it is getting diluted. Okay, that's the reason when there is an insufficiency of this hormone. Okay, due to any condition, what happens is the urine getting diluted. So the condition is called as diabetes insipidus. Insipid means tasteless because the urine actually becomes tasteless due to excess of water. Right. So coming to the point, the beauty of hormone is any hormone needs a trigger. They don't get produced normally. Any hormone, say for example, when our blood glucose level increases, the pancreas being made to produce insulin to reduce the blood glucose level, right? Likewise, any hormone needs a stimulus. Likewise, the reabsorption is putting some water back to the blood, back to the body or blood. So in case if the blood volume is reduced, then you have some receptors which senses that through at various places, and that sends the signal to the pituitary or the hypothalamus, and in turn vasopressin will be produced. So vasopressin, okay, will open these aquaporin, then water reabsorption will happen, then the water, the blood volume will be brought back to normal. Okay, hope this point is clear, right? So this is going to be the stimulus. What happens is during summer, our blood volume or our body fluid generally gets reduced due to the excessive sweating. Okay, we tend to sweat a lot during summer. So what happens? There is a constant trigger, okay, to produce vasopressin. Whereas in winter, since we don't sweat normally, okay, and usually the body fluid is maintained at the required state, there is no trigger, okay, for the pituitary to produce vasopressin, right? So these aquaporin which is there in the collecting duct will remain closed, and whatever water we drink, most of the water don't get reabsorbed, but they get out, okay, out of the nephron in the form of urine. Friends, this is one reason why we tend to, okay, have an increased urine output during winter or especially during colder days, right? So when the situation becomes normal, then we sweat a lot, when these aquaporins are in presence of vasopressin are open, right, automatically the urine output will reduce, right. So this is the reason, this is the very physiological reason. So I don't say that there cannot be any other pathological reason which we need to consult with the doctor, but this is a very general phenomenon that happens among every one of us during winter, right. So I wanted to discuss with this, right. And also some reports says that alcohol too decreases the level of vasopressin, but I don't see any concrete proof for that. If you have any idea regarding that, please let us know in the comment section, right. So let's meet in another interesting video soon. Thank you. Thanks for watching.